What up, baby? It's your boy, the ATX Tuner, back with another video. And we breaking down the Alamo Bowl, man. Number 12, Oklahoma versus number 14, Arizona. It's going to be interesting, y'all. We going to see. It's going to be a test. Don't go into this game thinking that, we going to kill these guys. This ain't a New Year's Six Bowl, so we don't got nothing to worry about. It's different for us, for sure. It's very different for us because we don't got the same team we had throughout the year, and they do. So, I had to bring out the handy dandy notebook, jot down some stats, some rankings, and compare the two teams, and that's what we gonna do today. So let's start with Arizona, man. Number 14, they got the number 17 offense in the nation, number 37 defense in the nation, which that defense is way better than ours. At least from looking at the rankings, we got some problems with their defense, and especially since we don't have a returning offensive line for real. So it'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. Let's break down their offense, okay? So comparing the two teams' offense, both teams true freshman quarterbacks. Only difference is our true freshman quarterback's making his first start versus their true freshman quarterback who has experience this year. And don't get me wrong, he looks pretty good. So their strong point on offense is their passing. They got a number 12 ranked passing offense in the nation, 304 yards average of the game, 34 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. And if you compare that to our defense, our passing defense, let's see, we got this ain't good, man. Number 99 ranked passing defense. 242 yards per game. So even if we were to hold them to 242 yards a game, or this game, still not going to be good for us. But the difference is with our defense, where you could tell with the touchdown interception ratio, 16 touchdowns allowed, 19 interceptions. So this is kind of like one of them bend but don't break things, I would say, where the ranking don't look good, but if you really look at the details and when you're comparing that ratio, you understand that, okay, they're actually turning the ball. They're actually getting turnovers more than they're allowing touchdowns in the air. So that's going to be a tough one. I ain't going to lie. That quarterback, he's mobile. So, he's going to be able to. I'm not worried about the defense. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, the defensive rankings don't look good. But if you watch the defense how we watch the defense all year long, this defense is nothing to be played with. Especially since our defense is returning. So, man, it's going to be a good game on, going against their offense. Let's talk about their defense. So, or you know what? No, we still got to talk about the rushing offense. So the rushing offense is kind of their weak point, I would say, in a way. They got a number 38 ranked rushing offense, 180 yards a game, 31 touchdowns. So they should really, this is going to be a good test for our defense. Don't get me wrong. I feel like, when it comes to our defense, I don't think we really have much to worry about. But that's not saying that there's not going to be good competition on that field and they're not going to get theirs. So expect Arizona to get theirs. Expect some big plays because our defense, our rushing, we're number 60th rushing defense, 148 yards a game. So that's kind of giving them pretty much, if you're looking at the averages throughout the year, they're going to get what they normally get. Arizona's going to be able to move the ball this game. And if they're not able to move the ball, then that is a great look for our future going into the SEC. So, we allowed 16 touchdowns on the ground this year. Not bad. Not bad when you think about, hey, that's not even two rushing touchdowns a game. So, not bad at all. Our defense, yeah, again, repeating myself, but it's true. It looks better it passes the eye test. Let's put it that way. Our defense passes the eye test. It might not look good on paper though. So it'll be interesting. I'm curious. I know that this ain't gonna be a walk in the park. It's gonna be a really good game. So let's talk about their defense. Okay, so their defense, they got a number 37 defense compared to our number 85. Man, they got a good defense. Arizona put a good defense on the field this year. Number 22 in rushing, number 73 in passing, and that is something we could take advantage of. But it goes back to that offensive line, man. I mean, Jackson Arnold, our receivers, they should be able to have a field day with these guys. But if he can be protected, if he has time to kill these guys like they're used to getting killed in the air, we're gonna dominate in the air. Don't get me wrong, but that offensive line, which to me is the most important part of football. I mean, to me, that's why they get paid the big bucks in the NFL. I mean, it's just the offensive line is so important, but we do have the best offensive line coach in the nation. So I trust him to get this right. I trust him to be able to. He's been prepping. He's damn near had a month to prep these guys. That aren't in the portal. That hadn't left the team. And trust me, next year is gonna be a better look compared to what we see in the Alamo Bowl on the 28th. When we go to their our passing offense. I mean, number 6 in the nation. That's what I'm saying. Like, we really should be able to do whatever we please with them in the air when it comes to passing the ball. We should be able to get ours. We got 32 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, come on, man. DG, we know those are DG's stats. Don't get me wrong. But we know that Jackson Arnold is the truth. We have seen him. We've seen the deep ball. That's another thing that we're not going to have to worry about. I don't see us having to worry about going into next year, going into this game. If you see a man running 50 yards down the field, Jackson Arnold is going to put it there on the money. He ain't going to have to come back to the ball like, DG. And this ain't, no flack on DG. I still have respect for you, DG. But your arm wasn't as strong as Jackson Arnold. You know Jackson Arnold got a stronger arm. So, Jackson Arnold, you can have a field day with these guys if you can be protected the right way. And I trust that you will, but it's kind of in the air. That's one of those question marks that nobody really knows what to expect going into this game. And that's one of the worst question marks you can have. But talking about their rushing defense, they got a number 22 rushing defense, 111 yards per game, 18 touchdowns allowed. Compared to our rushing offense, we didn't get it established like we normally do. We got a number 80 rushing offense, which is crazy to me. That's a Jeff Lebby thing, and we know that our new offensive coordinator, he is more balanced than Jeff Lebby. He uses tight ends more, which that's another thing we're going to be lacking this game. But either way it goes, he uses his tight ends. He uses his guard and tackle. He lets them pull, instead of using the guard and tight end or whatever. So, it's like, to me, that's just a more efficient way to run the ball. Opens up the gaps a lot more, and that's what I expect to see. Tyree Walker, he's been practicing for us, so he's playing this game. We still got Sawchuk. He's going to play this game. We still got Barnes. He hadn't entered the transfer portal or anything, so he's going to be playing this game. So we're going to get a good look at our rushing offense in the future. And obviously, I don't know if Tyree Walker's going to stay or leave. It's kind of... And we'll talk about that later because I want to know what y'all think about that and what the rules are with that. But we'll get into that. But, 16 touchdowns on the ground this year for Oklahoma. 18 touchdowns allowed for them on the ground. They average, 111 yards. We average 148 yards on the ground. We should be able to do what we want to do on offense. Let's put it that way. When it comes to rushing the ball, if you're looking at how we normally play, which, don't get me wrong, we want to run the ball more. We want to have we want to have more stability in the running game. especially going into the SEC because you need that running game going into the SEC. But I feel like Seth Littrell is going to get that established this game. He's going to show us what we should expect going into the SEC next year. But let's talk about Tyree Walker in the transfer portal. You know that coaches they're not allowed to poach from players from other teams, even though Oregon seems to be doing that. Whatever. Caden Green, goodbye. But they can talk to you if you're in the transfer portal. And we know that, everybody had the rumor of, hey, DG is the reason why Caden Green is leaving. He's going to Oregon, so is he. I don't believe that. I don't put any stock into that. Like I said, I trust DG. I feel like DG has more respect for the Oklahoma team, the Oklahoma University, the Oklahoma fan base. I feel like he has more respect for us than to do something like that. I would have to see hard evidence to believe that, because I know that was a rumor. Everybody was trying to cancel DG. I need harder evidence to cancel DG because I respect the man too much. But Tyree Walker, can coaches talk to him while he's playing at Oklahoma currently, practicing at Oklahoma currently? And depending on where Tyree Walker goes, Oregon needs a running back. They need help out there too. So I'm just putting this in the air. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but it's not illegal or it's not against the rules for a coach to be talking to Tyree Walker and have Tyree Walker talking to anybody on our team, letting them know what that coach has planned for them if they were to enter the transfer portal and go to their team. So that's one of those things. Like I said, I'm not accusing Tyree Walker of anything like that. I would hope that he has more respect than to do something like that. And you got to focus on yourself at the same time. So when you're in the transfer portal, it's probably, well, I'm not gonna say it's rare, but when you're prepping for a football game and you're in the transfer portal, you want to put the best show, you want to put the best film on the field. So it's gonna be kind of hard for you to be worried about the next man who the same coach that's talking to you might want. I don't see that happening, but that's just something that I want to know from y'all. Do y'all think that that's a thing? Do y'all think that can happen? And then if it does happen, it's not against the rules, but we do know that is like a little slimy move if that is the case. So how do y'all feel about, people that are currently in the transfer portal, practicing still, playing the next game still? How do y'all feel about that? Because technically, they can talk to anybody while they're in the transfer portal. Anybody. And again, Tyree Walker, I'm not putting this on you. I'm not putting this on you. This is more of a general question for any team, any player who's in the transfer portal that happens to be practicing for their team still, well, the team that they were playing for, and prepping for a bowl game. Y'all think that's something that can be an issue? Do y'all think that's something that we need to worry about going forward? Do y'all think that's something that might need to change at Oklahoma? If you enter the transfer portal, then you don't need to be on the practice field. You're not a part of the team if you're in the transfer portal. That's how I look at it. And hey, hopefully Tyree Walker comes back. That's the best case scenario. But that's just an example that I can give that I'm sure a lot of teams in the nation has to worry about as well, not just Oklahoma. But that's my little Alamo Bowl breakdown. I do think that we're gonna come out on top of this one. Again, man, I can't say this enough times. It all depends on that O-line because I think the defense is gonna show out. I think the defense is gonna be better than what we've. I think the defense is gonna be the best version of the defense that we've seen. It's the offense I'm worried about because that offensive line, man, is so important to the passing game and the running game. Both of those are the offensive line. So we'll see, man. We'll see how Bill Bedenbaugh gets those boys prepped. that's my little breakdown. What do I want to say the score is? I think it's gonna be a pretty high scoring game. What do I want to say? I think we might win by, let's say, a touchdown. Touchdown, 2 touchdowns. I'm not trying to disrespect Arizona here because they really do have a good team. And this is not going to, like I said, this is not going to be a walk in the park for Oklahoma. But let's just say 28-35. Lock it in. 28-35, Oklahoma. 28-38. Who knows? Let's say I'm rubbing my crystal ball right here. 28-38, Oklahoma. Alamo Bowl. I don't know what you get. What do you get? I don't know. Whatever the trophy is, it's coming home with us. That's what I expect. That's what I hope. And that's my prediction. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Oh yeah. I gotta say this too, man. Thank you guys so much, man. I hit 200 subscribers. I'm so appreciative towards it, man. I love y'all. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting. Whether you like it, you hate it, it don't matter. Keep getting in the community, man, and keep pushing me forward a little bit. I love it. I thank you so much for it, man. I hope you guys are, enjoying the channel. I know that I'm a very positive guy, but I do know that when I go on my rants, it can get a little crazy. Don't get me wrong. So I do have that toxic in me also, but I'm an Oklahoma fan. So what do you expect? We are lovable and we are toxic. And that's me. That's who I am. So thank you guys for the 200 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. It helps me keep going. It makes me feel like, more people are enjoying the content. So, again, I can't thank you enough. Let's end this off on some positivity, man. Today, I'm currently at work, and I'm the only one at work today. Which means every single case that comes in, anything that needs to be done, I got to do it myself. And we have a team of like 20 people. So imagine one person doing this amount of work for the day, for the next 2 days, honestly, because I have to do it again tomorrow. But I might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed because of that. Don't get me wrong, I did. But I got to look in the mirror and I gotta take my own advice. I woke up today. First. That's the first positive thing. And if you're watching this, be thankful that you woke up today because it's not promised. I've lost so many people in my life, I can guarantee you it's not promised if you wake up. Or if you end the day. You might not even get to see the end of the day. But if you're able to see this video, be thankful for the fact that you, one, can see. Like you got to look at the little things that we overlook all day, every day. We overlook these things. I can see. I can talk. I can hear. I'm awake. I can smell the air. It's such a beautiful thing to be alive. And if that is not positive enough for you, maybe you should, maybe you should weigh out your, look, you got to look inside. You got to look internally because that's an internal thing. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, all the problems that we have, it's an internal feeling. And only you can control that. Nobody else can control that. Yeah, money, they say money can make you happy. And it might be able to make you happy. But if you're not happy inside, money's not going to do anything for you. So, my recommendation, get your lives right, man. Be appreciative of the little things. Because the little things is going to make you appreciate everything else outside of that. And y'all know why y'all got to do that, man. It's no secret, man. We're living. We're alive. We got the crimson and cream on. We beat Texas this year. Because it's in our DNA, man. It's in my DNA. It's in your DNA. It's in Oklahoma's DNA. Bye.